All right, we've made our way to the NL Central, second division that we're going through. I still have my voice somewhat, so that's good. And we've made it to the Chicago Crushers. Jordan Montgomery doesn't have Scott Boras representing him. He got a good deal with the Crushers. He's their opening day starter. AJ Puck has been downright terrible for the Marlins. Let's see if he could turn around in the MPBL. Michael Waka, veteran righty, is third in this rotation. Robbie Ray, fourth in this rotation. And Jack Flaherty is fifth in this rotation. Flaherty's only 28, I guess, but yeah, a little bit of age in this rotation. Long reliever for the Chicago Crushers is Jacob Webb. We got a couple of lefties in this bullpen, so that's solid. You got Dylan Lee, who's one of my favorite lefties ever in BR to use normally. Riley O'Brien, a rookie, makes the Chicago Crushers roster. I believe the R means rookie, although he's 29 years old with a potential. So that's exciting. Riley O'Brien is there. Wandy Peralta, another lefty, hard throwing lefty at that. Dylan Coleman is a part of the Crushers rotation. Fernando Cruz going to be a late inning guy for Chicago. Aaron Loop, third lefty in this bullpen. He is going to be their late innings as well. And the closer for your Crushers, Camilo Doval. What a closer to have. Chicago looking pretty if they can get to the ninth inning. We've said that about a lot of teams to this point. Let's take a look at their lineup. We got some interesting contact hitters right here on this team. Not a lot of power. The initial reaction, they got Geraldo Perdomo batting leadoff against righties. IKF playing third base. He can play just about anywhere. He'll be batting second. Corbin Carroll for the Crushers batting in third. Cleanup hitter is Tristan Casas. He's got great power both ways. Gleyber Torres, one of my favorite BR cards as well. He's batting fifth, playing second base for this team. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. batting sixth, playing left field. Colton Cowser, a top prospect in the Orioles organization. He's batting seventh. He just got supercharged, I believe, as well. Mauricio Dubon, DHing and batting eighth, and catching Jose Trevino and batting ninth. So Trevino and IKF, former Yankees, Perdomo and Carroll and Gurriel, former Diamondbacks, or at least I should say current Diamondbacks, making their way over to the Chicago Crushers. Another young bench player, Kyle Teal, very good defensive catcher. We'll see how he does in the opportunities that he gets. Jorge Mateo on the bench. Definitely a good pinch run option late in games. Edinson Paulino, very similar. He's a rookie, 21 years old, lefty bat. He's on the bench. And Connor Capel as well. Great defense on the bench for the Chicago Crushers, but their name is a little deceiving. Not a lot of power on that team. Pitching staff is all right, not too bad. Lineup is questionable. I don't know how this lineup is going to work, to be honest with you. Might be tough for them. We'll see, though. All right, we've made it to the Louisville River Cats. And as I mentioned in my previous video, the first video that we did for the MPBL, if you like the old Florida Marlins color scheme, you're going to like rooting for the Louisville River Cats. Here's their pitching staff. We got all righties in their staff. Michael King, the opening day starter. Bobby Miller, the hard-throwing righty from the Dodgers, is their second pitcher in their rotation. We got former Cy Young winner Shane Bieber, third in the rotation. We have Kyle Hendricks, the veteran from the Cubs. He's fourth in the rotation. And Zach Plesac makes the rotation, fifth for Louisville. Couple lefties in this bullpen. Trevor Rogers, a long reliever for this team, so theoretically they could have six starting pitchers if they want it. We have Orion Kerkering of the Phillies. He's a part of this rotation. Joe Mantiply, the veteran lefty in this bullpen. The hard-throwing righty Sam Coonrod is there. Nabil Krismat makes an opening day roster, so it's good to see that for him. Robert Suarez is going to be a late inning guy for the River Cats, but not their closer, according to this. John Schreiber, same deal, not the closer. The closer is Tim Meza, of all people. See how long that takes before they switch over to Robert Suarez. It's an interesting closer. I did not expect to see that, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at their batting order, and we got some interesting batters, an interesting lineup, a little bit of everything here. And again, just going over the right-handed lineup when they face right-handed pitching. But Xander Bogaerts going to be leading off for this team, playing second base. Charlie Blackmon, the veteran, he's a river cat. Kind of looks like a catfish with the beard. I don't know. He's in center field. Juan Soto batting third for this team. Their star right fielder, Francisco Alvarez, the up-and-coming catcher. He's batting cleanup for this team. Will Benson, good against righties. He's DHing against them and batting fifth. Nathaniel Lowe, playing first base and batting sixth. Good hitter. Jesus Sanchez, playing left field, batting seventh. So pretty fun outfield going on here. Got Matt Chapman batting eighth and playing third base. And Luis Angel Acuna, Ronnie's brother, playing shortstop, batting ninth for the River Cats. Take a look at their bench. Ceddanne Rafaela, the fourth outfielder for this team. Riley Adams, backup catcher for this River Cats squad. Lamont Wade Jr., good against righties with the bat. And Austin Gauthier, another infielder on the bench for this team. He's got 81 clutch. Maybe he'll come in and pinch hit spots and be clutch for this River Cats team that has a pretty interesting lineup, to say the least. All right, always a special place in my heart for the Milwaukee teams. I'm from the area. This is my squad, the Milwaukee Sabres. I didn't do the drafting. Let the computer do the drafting. This is my first look at the team. Let's see what we got. We got Tyler Glasnow, opening day starter. Please, Lord, keep him healthy. Thank you. Luis Garcia, he's the second pitcher in this rotation. From the Astros, I believe, Kyle Gibson. Usually I like him in BR. He is the third man in the rotation. Brady Singer, he's fourth. Cody Bradford rounds out the rotation for the Milwaukee Sabres. Just got called up, I believe, last year for the first time in Major League Baseball. So there you go, Cody Bradford. Garrett Whitlock, the long reliever for this team. Former starter turned bullpen arm. We got Ryan Stanek in there, one of my favorites. Love to see that. Colin Holderman is there, hard-throwing righties across the board. Taylor Clark makes up a part of this bullpen as well. He's on the Brewers currently, so I guess he gets to stay in real life and in MLB The Show life in Milwaukee. Josh Winkowski makes the bullpen. Another hard-throwing righty. Lots of hard-throwing righties in this bullpen. The only lefty that makes the Milwaukee Sabres is Aroldis Chapman, who, wow, go figure, look at that, hard throwing. Luis Garcia. We have two Luis Garcias on this team. We got a Luis Garcia in the rotation. We got a Luis Garcia in the bullpen. 37 years of age, the veteran, going to be pressed for duty in late innings for the Sabres. And Kenley Jansen. Wow, look at that, hard throwing righty, is your closer. We got a pretty fun bullpen here in Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the lineup and see if that thing looks any good or what. And I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest with you. Little scary looking after, Max Muncy there. But got Bobby Witt Jr. He's going to be solid. We always know that. He's great across the board. Bryson Stott batting second for this team. Paul Goldschmidt, the veteran first baseman, batting third. Max Muncy, third base. He's the cleanup hitter for the Milwaukee Sabres. His veteran teammate from the Dodgers, Chris Taylor, going to be playing left field and batting fifth. Pretty cool to see one of my favorite original MLB The Show players that I used. One of the first games I played, MLB 17. Michael Conforto, batting sixth and playing right field. Spencer Steer, DHing, batting seventh against right-handed pitching. Zach McKinstry, great defensive outfielder. He'll be out there playing center field and batting eighth. And batting ninth, Dalton Rushing, prospect catcher, bats lefty. Hasn't made it to the major leagues yet, IRL. But he's starting opening day, starting catcher for the Milwaukee Sabres. We got a couple more young players on the bench. Another young outfielder, Kendall George, with a lot of speed, as you can see there. 19 years of age, and he makes the Milwaukee Sabres roster. Diego Cartaya, another catcher. So we'll see Dalton Rushing. We'll see Diego Cartaya probably splitting catching duties for the Milwaukee Sabres. We got Nick Senzel as a really good bat against lefties on the bench. I'm assuming he's going to start DH or within the infield uh, against lefties. And Oswald Peraza, another infielder making the Milwaukee Sabres team. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This team concerns me. As a Milwaukee fan, I really, really hope we don't get relegated, but I'm a little concerned. We'll see. All right, we've made it to our only sponsored team. They're part of the NL Central, and they are the Indy Skyline Chili Bombers. They have some pretty interesting uniforms as well that are going to look quite fun. Jacob deGrom, starting pitcher one for this team, so they're not screwing around. Joe Musgrove, second in this rotation. If he just doesn't pitch like he did maybe this spring training or so far this year, he'll be fine. Drew Rasmussen, if he could stay healthy, should be pretty solid. Third man in the rotation. Carlos Rodon, fourth in the rotation, is a lefty. And then we got Jordan Balazovic rounding out the rotation for the Skyline Chili Bombers. Mitch White, who's been bounced around a little bit, he's the long reliever for Indy with 72 stamina. He can go multiple innings. A couple lefties in this bullpen, starting with Victor Gonzalez, who's in his first year with the Yankees, I believe, in the MLB, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Stratton, part of the bullpen as a righty. Taylor Saucedo, another lefty, part of this bullpen. Matt Bowman makes an opening day roster as well. We'll see if he can flash a little bit more than what he's shown lately. It's been a mixed bag. Good in 2019, but then hasn't really played much in the majors since. Been hurt quite a bit. Jason Adam, a late inning pitcher for this team. Penn Murphy, same deal with him. And the listed closer for your Indy Skyline Chili Bombers is Eric Swanson. So two lefties make up that bullpen. Decent rotation. Bullpen might need a little bit of work there. Let's take a look at their lineup. And yikes. Jared Triolo batting leadoff against righties. Andrew McCutchen DHing, the veteran. He'll be playing for Indy. I'm sure he's had Skyline Chili in the past. I don't know, maybe in the area. Is it in Pittsburgh? I think it is. I'm not sure. Will Smith catching, batting third for this team. Patrick Wisdom is the cleanup hitter for the Skyline Chili Bombers. So there's a bomber that's going to hit some for the Skyline Chili Bombers. Gunnar Henderson batting fifth, playing shortstop. Not sure why he's not higher up in the order, but okay, he's there. Brandon Drury, decent hitter. Second baseman for this team against righties. Austin Hayes, rough start IRL, but he's batting seventh for Indy. Let's see if he can do any better. James Outman, batting eighth for this team, playing center field. And rounding it out, Jason Hayward, the veteran, playing right field against righties, batting ninth. Let's take a gander at this bench. Rookie catcher behind the dish for the Skyline Chili Bombers, Yainier Fernandez. He'll be backing up Will Smith. We got Garrett Hampson, the speedy infielder, on the bench. And you notice that there's no outfielders on the bench. So you have four outfielders on this team, all in the lineup against righties. Gio Urshela, another good contact hitter. He'll be in there, I'm sure, against lefties quite a bit. And Gabriel Arias is there on the bench as well. Good defensive shortstop. All right, we've made it to our final team in the NL Central, the Nashville No Sox. Let's take a look at their pitching staff. Aaron Nola, starting pitcher number one for the No Sox. He'll be pitching opening day for them. Nestor Cortez Jr. of the Yankees is a part of the No Sox, so he gets to continue to wear pinstripes. Nick Pivetta, starting pitcher number three for Nashville. Yu Darvish, starting pitcher number four. And Shota Imagana. Imanaga. My bad, Cubs fans. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that on purpose because I hate the Cubs. But Imanaga is your five, Nashville. This is maybe the best rotation we've seen to this point. Let's go to the bullpen now. We got a couple lefties to showcase. Tim Hill, who's for some reason listed as the long reliever with 22 stamina. Kevin Kelly is a part of the bullpen. Ron Marinaccio, part of it as well, as is Michael Fulmer, who apparently on this has 212 break. Interesting. I don't know what roster I downloaded, but Michael Fulmer might be God. I'm not sure. A lot of break there for Michael Fulmer. I'm going to probably screenshot that. Justin Wilson is another lefty in this bullpen. That makes 2 out of 3 for this team. Jorge Lopez, former closer, he'll be a late inning guy for the No Sox, as will be JT Chargois, the hard throwing righty, and Tanner Scott, lefty closer for Nashville. Pretty exciting stuff. Pretty good pitching staff overall for that team. They're going to be solid. Let's take a look at the batting order against righties for this team. You got Whit Merrifield batting leadoff for this team. Good contact hitter. Evan Carter, the up-and-coming outfielder for the Rangers. Up-and-coming stud there. He'll be batting second. Justin Turner's had a phenomenal season for Toronto IRL. He's batting third, playing first base for the No Sox. O'Neal Cruz at shortstop batting cleanup for this team, so a lot of power associated with this team to this point with this lineup. And it continues. Chas McCormick playing center field and batting fifth. I apologize for that giant thunderclap in the background if you heard that. Ty France DHing batting sixth for the No Sox against righties. Yoan Moncada, BR GOAT, batting seventh, playing third base. Lane Thomas batting eighth and playing right field for this team. And the catcher is Bo Naylor against righties. We have a very, very young bench for the No Sox. Brandon Martorano is the rookie catcher. He'll be backing up Bo Naylor, maybe splitting duty with him. Miguel Sano on the bench. There he is, the first baseman. We'll see a little bit of him hitting home runs, I'm sure. Mark Canha, outfielder on the bench for the No Sox. He'll be good. He's got some solid clutch at-bats in the past. And Victor Mesa Jr., another outfielder, lefty bat on the bench against righties. And let me tell you right now, this might be one of the best teams that I have seen. I know the bench is young, maybe a little thin. If this team stays healthy, the No Sox might be a threat this year.